All right, what's going on? Listen, clearly you are thinking about camping Martinsville Speedway and are trying to figure out what the campground looks like. So the last weekend I was there for the race, I decided to take a spin around. Because if you're like me, prior to me coming here the first time, you just, what to expect, how tight is everything, that kind of deal. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling out of my spot right here in this first area. I'm going to go up into the second area and then come back through. Down this road to this right where this trailer and this truck are going is the entrance and the exit around the back side of the track. And then what I'm doing right now is swinging up towards the track and towards the second camping area down this road in front of us here. And we're going to go check out that. On the right hand side here, these are reserve spots that are extremely tough to get. They're probably reserved and then renewed quite a bit. It's a great, nice flat spot. Right up here next to the entrance. Right here on the right is the road that leads to the track. Cross over those railroad tracks and enter into the racetrack grounds right there. But up here to the left in the back is one more set of campgrounds, and then up here is also the owner manager's house, things like that. This section back here is going to be all general admission. It's first come. The ground is marked out. It's actually marked out better this year than I've ever seen it before. One of the things I really like about this track is how kind of loose the spots are. Like I said, this year they had better marking, but even then it was still kind of, there's plenty of room. And as long as you're not crazy sideways hogging up 2 or 3 things, and nobody really has a problem. Everybody's good with just going to find a different spot or finding what fits for them. You can see porta potties out on the grass here. There's a service that rides around. You give them a call, or you can stop the driver and they'll drop off a porta potty to your site for the weekend for $100. Or you can set up near a bank. Sometimes you'll see a bank of 5 or 6 of them in a row. This is about coming to the back of the road where most of the RVs are up on this edge. Coming up over here, I'll swing back to the right. There'll be a little more area that was kind of more car camping, things like that. People were hanging out back here. Great views from up on top of these hills that are at this fairgrounds. Disadvantage of that is going to be a hell of a walk down to get to the track. A hell of a walk back to your spot. Right up at the top of this property here at Martinsville is the owner's house. The owner, general manager, I believe he is now, and his family still have houses up here on top of the hill. They still run Martinsville Speedway. Lots of just cars. You park a car along this ridge and you can tent camp along the hill. It's a little steep for some of the trailers. Alright, coming back around to where we entered this section. This gravel spot right here to the right, if you look just a little farther right than I have on camera, there's sets of showers up here. There's a larger gravel area that sometimes there's a band that'll play up there on Thursdays, or after one of the races. Right here is where they set up the prayer meetings, and then we are looking back down into the main lettered campground. Like I said before, this road is actually what's heading us out of the campgrounds right now if we kept going straight. This section right in here, B and C, and either side of this road here that's marked C, are all the reserve spots. It's the really flat area, but it is a little more strict on you reserved a spot number, you camp in the spot number. Whereas everything down this road, up top, all the way around the edges, are first come, first serve, general admission, much looser kind of setup. The fields are both massive. Even in playoff races in great weather, where the camping would be really high, there's plenty of open spots. The flatter spots now, they're going to fill up, a little faster. You might end up having to, chalk up some of your tires at a level, or jack up the front or back of your camper to get it to sit on the hill a little better on the last day. This video is shot on Monday morning. Pretty much everybody's packed out and getting ready to go. This is a little later in the afternoon. Trailers come in and out. They open up the campgrounds on Wednesdays, I believe, so people start to slot in. We usually try to come Thursday or Friday if it's a later Friday race. Just to get kind of better pick of spots, things like that. Well, people will roll in Friday morning, Saturday morning, if they're doing any of the races, pre-races. This piece on the left here is a big storage area. There's old wrecked race cars down in here, and some of the old fire equipment, and old fencing and gates, and right here you can see some really, really old wrecked race cars. These are pretty much clean porta potty storage up here. If you order a porta potty, they come and grab it. This part at the left right here, also up near the top, extremely flat, beautiful views. As you'll see, I pan right here. Extremely long walk to the racetrack, as you can see way over there. Some people really park up top there, or set up top there, and will drive a car down and see if they can park it a little closer on this last hill. Sometimes have some people drive in. There are quads and golf carts and things riding around from the ministry that will help you get a ride down if you're a veteran, disabled, anything like that. There are some services that drive around with ice. Like I said, the porta potty guy is constantly going around. If you need to buy one of those, have it delivered to your site. Coming down this hill, it's sort of a little bit of hill, and then there's a little bit of a flat, then a little bit of a hill, a little bit of a flat. It kind of gives a good mix for people in cars, setting up ground tents. If you have the kind of camper you can jack the nose real good and get it to level on this hill, it's a great spot for you. This is the part here, the flattest part we're approaching. I was talking about from the other side is more of a reserved section. Just guarantees you a flat spot. It's one last road that leads off to the left here. Gets pretty steep up that grass hill that goes up to that next campground that we were at earlier. I've had the Gladiator up there solo just with the rooftop tent. It's a little steep for a trailer, even my little trailer up there. But if you were car camping or camping on top of a rooftop or something like that, it's a great spot for you back there, where it's got a little bit of a view over the campgrounds from up top. And then we're just back down the road that we originally pulled out from the trailer on. I stayed at this top corner. I've stayed in the back. I've stayed in the other corners in the farther areas. And like I said, it's a pretty good walk. Pulled in, found this flat one here pretty good. I like to, pro tip for this race is, I like to get my tickets in the Bill France Tower. It is on the end cap, but you actually can see up and down both lanes of the track coming and going if you're row 12, 14, 16 or above, something like that. And the pro tip is the Bill France Tower has an entrance right on the other side of that railroad tracks that lets you in nice and flat. If you have tickets for the main stands, you have to walk down through a big pit, up another hill, which gets you to the area where the car haulers and things are, and then up another hill to get you into the stadium. So that's my tip. Bill France Tower. Stay close to the edge over here where I am.